In this video, we're going to talk about how we can use price action to help us predict where the market is going to go and where are the high probability setups to enter. We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures, and the structure of the market right now is indicating to me some short-term uptrend with the break a new high. So I want to follow the price action. I want to understand what the market is going to do by following the intentions of the big institutions that are moving the market. I have a break a new high for this short-term uptrend, so I'm going to pause looking to go long for now, but market is not reversing. In fact, EMA held right here, and EMA keeps holding again, creating small support price level area. So I'm already getting information from the market that market is still more bullish because we can't even reverse after breaking new high. And this is first decent setup, new low here, first entry short, pullback, second entry short failure, and you're back above the EMA. Okay, so here we're getting information that the market is probably still bullish, and the last push above EMA is confirming, okay, we're probably going higher. It is not super easy setup to consider because you generally want to have some confirmed uptrend, but more advanced trader can consider because we have double bottom, broad two legs down. The broader they are, the more it is indicating that there is no wider downtrend, and a felt second entry above EMA is decent entry. I'm going to mark downtrend, break new low. We're below EMA, so I cannot go long just yet. We're pushing above EMA, so when I'm watching this, I was thinking there can be some spike and a channel pattern, something like this. But I can only go long below EMA, so I want to see a high low of exponential moving average. That never formed. We have a break and a new high for this spike and a channel pattern. Now what I have to do is I have to follow the market cycle. So after break a new high, we can get correction or reversal. So this is why I'm going to redraw a brand new downtrend like this, because uptrend played out with the break new high. Downtrend is working lower. And right now we have pushed back above EMA. So when I'm going to analyze the structure, and I also can take a look at 10,000 tick chart. On 10,000 tick chart, it was easier to see that there is slightly wider spike and a channel pattern. And because we are retracing too far of this downtrend, and this downtrend can't even get a test to test the new low, this is where I'm going to slightly adjust my spike and a channel pattern, and I'm going to draw variation like this, spike and a channel pattern with the overshoot, because now we have a break and the bullish momentum is so strong, we need to test the new extreme. So you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be close. But because this downtrend doesn't have new extreme, I'm drawing right now this channel. There's no setup for us to go long anyway. Well, maybe here potentially, because this channel needs new high. This is new high, first entry long, pullback, second entry long. You need to use double bar entry though. You need to use double bar entry. This is not a bad setup because even this secondary channel needs new high. So two trends need to get new high. New high here, first entry long, second entry long, but you need to wait for this bar to get a trigger. And this right here is a second entry long. It happened quite quickly today. Didn't even notice this in time. Breaking new high and uptrend played out. So now uptrend played out, so I'm going to pause looking to go long, and let's see what's going to happen. We have some bearish trend down, so I'm going to redraw a brand new downtrend. So you can see I'm trying to follow the main bias. I'm trying to follow the trend line rule. I always respect these corrections. Now I have new low, first entry short, pullback, no break below this bar, no break below bullish bar. One tick higher. If there's going to be a break below this bearish bar, you actually have a second entry short. After breaking new high of the uptrend, while this downtrend needs to get new extreme. Okay, and the uptrend played out with the break and the new high, the correction channel. So everything is falling in place. Second entry short at the key entry point at the EMA. While this downtrend needs to get new extreme, every single channel is expected to test the new extreme eventually. That is the default thinking, and this is high probability setup, second entry short, after new high, great signal bar, and market tested to push to new extreme, downtrend played out. And now this is area of development, this is confusion because everything on my chart played out. Okay, if I'm going to zoom out, everything played out. We're starting to go very sideways, so I'm at this point starting to predict some potential trading range, but it's a little bit too early for that. So once I see area like this, I'm not even looking for trades. You can see second entry short now means nothing because the downtrend played out. There's a clear downtrend, break, push to new extreme. This is why we are not pattern traders. We're following the context and we're using these two-legged pullbacks only when the context is good. Here the downtrend played out and it's too early for me to draw wider downtrend. We just did a break in new extreme. So no trade zone. I'm just going to be patiently waiting here. You can see no bias. It's very hard to identify exactly what's happening. Market is going lower here. I was thinking we may get a second entry short at the EMA, but nothing breaking new low. Market is working lower. You can't really go long because this is by no means confirmed trend range. So you're just super patient throughout this area, just prices whipsawing up and down. Key levels are not static. So just because it's resembling consolidation, you can't really buy low, sell high just yet because you want to have confirmed key levels. These key levels are not static, not confirmed. So I cannot take these setups just yet. Okay, finally some decent uptrend working higher. So this is what I like to see. I like to see some confirmed channel. And once again, I want to see something like this or here. I want to see second entry long. Now we already have a new high, first entry long, second entry long, far from the EMA. So I cannot go long this far from the EMA. But because I know a lot of traders are going to get trapped buying second entry long far from the EMA, I can wait for double trap and we tick lower. We stop all the early longs far from the EMA. We're going to stop all the early sellers. And this is what it's called a double trap. And this is great high probability setup because it's at the EMA. Uptrend needs new high. Broad two legs down. It also visually resembles the two-legged pullback. This is great high probability setup. Following the trend line rule. Downtrend played out. Consolidation held and push above EMA is indicating reversal. Market is working here. I was looking for some wider channel, but I need confirmation. I just have a breaking new high. I don't like taking this setup. I don't like taking this setup because we just have a breaking new high. This is one leg up break, second leg up. Okay, I need one more push up or some stronger push up for me to draw any wider channel. So I can't go long just yet because we just had a breaking new high. This was such a tight leg. Hopefully it makes sense why I can't go long just yet here. Because we are in a trend range, I'm drawing channels tighter. I'm not drawing channels wide like this because we are in a consolidation. Okay, downtrend, break new low. Uptrend, break new high. Nothing is happening. Everything played out. So another area of development, just like we had here, where channels are playing out quickly. There are no second entries. We are in no man's land. So I'm just going to be patient. And now we finally have some uptrend that is gaining some momentum. So this is once again where I'm going to start paying attention. I don't pay attention throughout these areas of indecision. I still like to take a nice second entry at the EMA, something like this. So once again, spike down, spike up, spike up. So I want to see second entry long at the EMA. Not full at the EMA, I can't take it. So, you know, I can't take it. It's not at the EMA, break a new high. I can't go long now because we already have a break a new high, even though we didn't touch the EMA. This was still quite significant break, so I can't really go long now. Okay, can't go long, breaking new high. Even though it's working, I can't really justify going long. Yes, you have some support, but even the significant push up now has new extreme. So I just have to be patient. And market keeps working higher, and keeps working higher significantly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw wider channel, something like this. Okay. Draw wider downtrend, something like this. The market is creating a two-legged pullback. Market moves in pairs of twos, one leg down, second leg down. We are getting some massive spike in volatility. I don't see no good trades here. And we have significant spike in volatility. I was on my break here, so I was quite surprised. We can see this is happening super fast. Some news came out. So when you see this, you don't even want to be trading because everything is moving so fast. The bars are gigantic. Look at this bar, 27 points. Look at this bar, 24 points. So this is mainly observation area where you just wait for market to subside, but the bars were gigantic today still. So it's very paramount for you to scale down, trade micros or trade on sim just to get the experience. It's okay to trade on sim because now we have really uncertain area in the market. It's super volatile. The bars are gigantic. So if you're a novice trader, I don't recommend building your proper account right now during these areas when we have such a crazy market because you can really get wiped out quickly. But you still want to get the experience. Trading is a skill. It takes practice. It's like any other skill that needs to be learned. It is not a get rich quick scheme. Just like learning a foreign language, you need to put in the work. You need to learn it. You need to study this. And you'll learn a lot by sitting here watching this and trading it live because you'll learn how to draw these key entry points live. You'll learn how to execute. But you should do it on sim when the market is this volatile because it's not easy to be trading this when you're a novice trader. It's not easy even when you're an advanced trader because the bars are big and everything's moving so fast. So now this uptrend is new high. Can we get a failed second entry short above EMA? Not really. Horrible double bar entry at the EMA. But market keeps going higher, so price action rules still work perfectly. Nice uptrend, break new high. Now this played out, so I'm going to pause looking to go long for a while. You know, you have some potential lower higher second entry short, but once you trade it up 300 points, you don't really want to sell even though uptrend played out, okay? So just because uptrend played out, we traded up so strongly, I can't really go short even though it worked here now. Can redraw the downtrend working lower. You know, you have second entry short now, but once again, to my liking, it was a little bit too bullish. I can mark it a little bit more aggressive because there's some nice resistance being formed here. Second entry short at the EMA, but a little bit more aggressive. Oh, it didn't even trigger, so no problem. Breaking new extreme, downtrend played out. Push above EMA, and now we have failed second entry short, new low, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. And now you can see we're going sideways, so there can be some small consolidation, but the key levels are not static. But the downtrend played with the breaking new extreme, and now we have failed second entry short. Decent setup. The structure is just about to be established. There's no good confirmed key entry point, but we are part of some potential consolidation. And since the downtrend played out while you traded up, this is a decent, a little bit more advanced setup for second entry short. Okay, I'm going to draw the downtrend working lower. Okay, now we have just congestion here. We keep working higher. And now this high is, this low is higher than this, and this high is higher than this. It's not acting as a trend range. You can see it's starting to look like potential spike in a channel pattern, also on 10,000 tick chart. So this is where I started to look for some additional wider spike in a channel pattern. If I'm going to draw it like this, I don't like how much empty room there is here. This is not good. So much empty room is not healthy. Okay, channels should have price action within, nicely contained, and it should be structured. So for this reason, I like drawing it a little bit flatter. For starters, something like this, because I want to have candles in the middle of the channel. I don't like excessive empty room. That's how I'm getting the information that the channel is too subjective. Okay, we have another first entry long, second entry long far from the EMA, so we have double trap again, just like we had double trap here. You can see right here. So once you have second entry long far from the EMA and you want to go long, if the EMA holds and the double trap closes above EMA, this is a good sign that traders got trapped and we can go long. It also looks like visual to like a pullback. Okay, work for a scalp. Gonna redraw the downtrend working lower. Okay, now I'm thinking about failed second entry short above EMA. Downtrend played out. The spike in the channel looks confirmed. New low here, first entry short, second entry short failure. Can I get it? No, we're back below EMA. Okay, so now I'm thinking about high low. Okay, I'm thinking about high low because this uptrend is new high here. First entry long, second entry long below EMA, so I can't take it. But I predict resumption of the new push phase. Why? Because we have series of higher highs and higher lows. We are in an uptrend. So I want to see some high low above EMA, which we had it here, but the signal bar was terrible. Red bearish bar, double bar entry, not that great, so I can't take it. Even though work in hindsight, we have to have a good signal bar. You know, this is tempting again. Sort of similar what is happening right here. You can see we're going quite sideways, and then you have some high low that pushes market higher. We're going quite sideways, but the bias is bullish. So we expect prices eventually to break higher, but the signal bar, I mean, it has a gigantic tail, which is nice, but it would be better had it had stronger body. Once again, a little bit more aggressive. If you have better bar, you can consider, but also it's quite sideways. It's not really that clean here, so I prefer to be a little bit patient. But now we have new high again, thus solidifying that we have uptrend still in play because we are creating another new high. Downtrend keeps working lower. Something like this. I cannot go long below EMA. I can only go long after we get a push above EMA. That's the sign that the downtrend played out. Okay, no setup here. Horrible signal bar below EMA. I'm going to draw now even wider downtrend that has a breaking low. This main uptrend needs to get new high. That's the main bias. Push above EMA is indicating resumption of the buyers in the market. So now we want to see the new high. Can I get a second entry long at the EMA? New high here, I'm going to reset the count. First entry long, pullback, and I have a second entry long at the exponential moving average. These two legs are broad. Once again, it's closing far up high. Two legs are very broad, and broad these two legs are, the more we like it, because it's negating any wider downtrend. It's indicating strong bullish pressure. We expect new high for both channels. This was a trade of the day. Look at the massive momentum generated. Break a new high for the main uptrend. I can also draw the secondary channel because the push to new high was so clean and so significant. We can consider drawing the secondary channel as well because it is really clean and strong. But even if you get a second entry along the EMA, you would still have to skip. And now we have congestion and market is about to close here. So this is the overall structure for today. It started as a slow trading day, which I thought it's good that we finally have normal price action other than bars were super big. But eventually volatility kicked in again and we had some nice uptrend. Actually, there were a few good setups. So it was a decent trading day. You can find those good setups. But once again, the bars are gigantic, so you have to be careful. And hopefully the bars are a bit smaller so we can trade more comfortably. So I'm going to wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.